Hello, welcome. I am Renita Dindial, and today we will be looking at infinitives and infinitive phrases. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is a verbal that can function as a noun, adjective, or adverb. It is preceded by the word to, followed by the base form of the verb. Now here is a quick reminder. There are three verbals in the English language, and these are participles, gerunds, and infinitives. Here is an example. She loves to eat. In this sentence, the infinitive is to eat. You will notice that to eat is not the verb in the sentence. The actual verb in the sentence is loves. To eat functions here as an infinitive because even though normally eat would be a verb, in this sentence it acts as an adverb. Here's another example. This is not the time to discuss migration. In this sentence, the infinitive is to discuss. It can be observed that to discuss is not the verb in the sentence. The actual verb in the sentence is. To discuss is an infinitive because even though normally discuss would be a verb, in this sentence it functions as an adjective. What is an infinitive phrase? An infinitive phrase is a group of words that includes an infinitive and acts as a noun, adjective, or adverb. An infinitive phrase begins with an infinitive and may include other modifiers and objects. Let us examine the infinitive phrase as a noun. When an infinitive phrase works like a noun, it answers the question, what? So the infinitive phrase will be the subject which performs the verb or an object which receives the action of the verb. Here are some examples. To drink warm water in the morning is good for your health. What is good for your health? The infinitive phrase here is to drink warm water in the morning. Do you recognize that the infinitive phrase in this sentence functions as the subject? Yes. Do you also recognize the modifiers? What have you identified as the infinitive in this sentence? To drink, that is correct. And the modifiers? What am I to drink? Warm water. When? In the morning. And so, together, this entire phrase answers the question, what is good for my health? To drink warm water in the morning. Here's another example. She needs to pass the exam. What does she need? To pass the exam. In this case, the infinitive phrase to pass the exam serves as the object in the sentence. Here's our final example. To get good grades is my goal. What is the goal? To get good grades. The infinitive phrase in this sentence, to get good grades, serve as the subject. Moving on, let us now examine the infinitive phrase as an adjective. When an infinitive phrase acts as an adjective in a sentence, it describes a noun or a pronoun. So that means it will modify a subject or object. Here are some examples. I need a partner to help me study. The infinitive phrase to help me study modifies the noun partner. I need a puzzle to work on the flight. The infinitive phrase to work on the flight modifies the noun puzzle. And finally, there is a box to put your assignments in. The infinitive phrase to put your assignments in modifies the noun box. Examining the infinitive phrase as an adverb. When an infinitive phrase works like an adverb, it modifies the verb in the sentence. Adverbs answer questions like where, when, how, and for what reason or purpose. So as an adverb, the infinitive phrase will answer the same questions. Where, when, how, and for what purpose. Example, I went home to study for science. Why did you go home? To study for science. He sat down to eat his cone. For what reason did he sit down? That's right, to eat his cone. To get into university, you need good grades. Why do you need good grades? That's right, to get into university. And that's how the infinitive phrase functions as an adverb. Let us practice. Identify the infinitive phrase in these sentences and write whether it is used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. It will be helpful for you to first identify the verb in each sentence. It will help you to distinguish the verb from the infinitive and hence the infinitive phrases. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. The coach's advice is one to take seriously. The answer? It will help you to first identify the verb in this sentence, like I said before. Have you identified the verb? Yes, the verb in this sentence is. Next, have you identified the infinitive phrase? If you have identified to take seriously as the infinitive phrase, you have done well. Now, what is the function of the infinitive phrase here? That's right. The infinitive phrase to take seriously functions as the adverb in this sentence. Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, here is our final practice. As long as she is here, I will always have a friend to talk to me. The infinitive phrase to talk to me modifies or describes the noun friend in this sentence. Is that your answer? Give yourselves a pat on the shoulder. You also need to remember that an infinitive phrase performs the same function as nouns, adjectives, and adverbs, and those parts of speech are not sentences. Therefore, an infinitive phrase cannot be a sentence. Another important detail for you to remember is that prepositional phrases beginning with to are not infinitives. Because both prepositional phrases and infinitives and infinitive phrases begin with the word to, these may be easily confused. However, I'm going to help you differentiate the two today. A prepositional phrase expresses time and location and can sometimes begin with the word to. However, they are different from infinitive phrases because infinitive phrases combine to with a verb, while prepositional phrases combine to with a noun or a pronoun. Examples: I am going to my house. The letter is addressed to you. In the first sentence, to combines with the noun my house. And in the second sentence, to combines with the pronoun you. Here we see both functioning as prepositional phrases and not infinitives. That's it, boys and girls. Today we have learned what are infinitives and infinitive phrases. And we have said that an infinitive is a verbal that can function as a noun, adjective, or adverb. We have also said that infinitive phrases are a group of words. Both the infinitive and the infinitive phrases begin with the word to and are followed by the base form of the verb, and in the case of infinitive phrases, there are modifiers. That's it for today's lesson, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.